Jams with Evan James, Kitchen Experience. I'm with my co-host DreGotTheBlues.
What's up?
He's a rapper, R&B artist, soul artist mixed together. He's crazy. He's done own shows at Art Street Tavern called House of Blues. He's done shows at the Webster. He's done shows in Bridgeport, all the way in New York and White Plains. He's been performing with Dwayne Keith, amazing drummer, and even done the series Hip Hop for Homeless with Joey Bats.
What's up, bro? Like Evan said, I'm from Bloomfield. I was based in New York for like 7 years. You know, did a lot out there in the city. Shout out my homies. You know, I normally play with a band. Got a lot of friends who are musicians between New York and Connecticut. And yeah, man, we've done some really cool shit. And I'm blessed to still be here to tell the story.
Because he's performing at the James with Evan James live experience on May 30th.
Hey, damn straight.
We're going to have Dwayne Keith. We're going to have Jake Fulcher. We're going to have Derek Hall. We're going to have a bunch of great live performers doing what they do. And we're going to do what we do.
Hey.
So today we're making blueberry jam. Because your name, Blue.
That's my name.
So I've already got the blueberries washed, water, baking soda. Got the paper towels laid out. I'm going to go grab them. I'm going to roll them out. If you want to grab some more paper towel, we're just going to press them real easy. And then we're going to get to it.
Sure. It was there before.
These ones are.
Yeah, Jesus. In the kitchen. Shout out Milky Way.
Shout out DJ Milky Way for real.
My guy.
That dude's been cooking. Cooking in the kitchen, man.
Gotta spend a little time with the berries, you know, before you get into the cooking part.
Press them, lay them out.
Really get to know them. You know, ask them about their kids, work life. What you like to do on Thursdays?
Like to go out, like to have a little drink, listen to some smooth music.
Yeah, watch the Lakers.
Oh, is that what you like to do?
Absolutely. Nah, I'm more of a Miami Heat type of guy, but I understand the appeal.
Okay.
Go Bron.
Okay. Bron or Michael Jordan?
Kobe.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Great answer.
Yeah, I got to.
I'm talking like I've watched more than 10 professional basketball games in my life.
Bro.
I'm not really into sports fanatics, but I understand it. I understand it for sure. Did you ever play basketball?
Yes, for a long time.
Okay. Where were you on the court?
Bro, I played AAU. You know, I used to play West Hartford Magic. Outside of that, you know, Bloomfield teams growing up.
I'm saying on the court though. Where were you here?
Oh, where was I?
Yeah, like what were you doing?
Oh man, I'm more of a power forward, center. Okay. You know, the older I got, everybody got shot up and got taller than me, but I still had the bigger stature. So you know,
box people out.
Yeah, very Andrew Bynum type of game. You know, run the triangle through me. You know what I mean? I can hit the three. I can also, you know what I mean, hit a few post moves. Very reliable.
I used to just play in the street on some regular courts.
It was like hot sauce, right? You had to like crazy dribble moves.
No, the ball will be on the other side of the court.
Like Andre Kirilenko.
Yo, honestly, I ain't even gonna hold you. Just the build, I could kind of see it, bro. Like, I could tell he's kind of strong too. Yeah. So his defense probably annoying.
Do you apply a lot of like sports stuff to your music?
100%, man. I don't know. I make a lot of references to basketball and even baseball at times. I played a lot of baseball growing up.
Okay.
And it's funny because like I don't think you could listen to 2 or 3 songs of mine without hearing a reference of some sort. And it's cool, you know. I apply it to everything, you know. It's like a philosophy thing for me, almost. You know.
That was my next question. Like, I get the reference points, but even so, like more of the mechanical things that happen of you practicing or maybe you getting better at something. Like, do you apply that type of
100%
mental game?
You know, I mean, I learned a lot about teamwork. Feel me? Beyond that, just leadership, courage, like self-belief. You know, preparation,
confidence.
You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You know what I mean? How you like one of the biggest things I think I learned from being an athlete is just like having short-term memory loss. Feel me? But for positive reasons, right? You don't want to remember. Shake it off. You don't want to be focused on a shot that you missed.
Right.
Feel me? You got to take another one in 2 seconds. Like, what we doing for it? You know what I mean? So just staying locked in, staying present, being in the moment. You know, being flexible, adjusting in real time.
On a day-to-day, those things happen such real time, especially being in studios with other people and or other engineers where time is valuable. Mm-hmm. Time is money. So you want to go in there, you want to trust yourself, you want to have confidence, but at the same time, you don't want to go in there just lackluster. You don't want to go in there wasting time.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times it's like I've gone into a studio session and I have one thing planned, and then like I don't know, just not getting the result that I was hoping for. So it's just like, hey, whatever, let's pivot. Let's do something completely new, something we weren't planning on at all. You know, and then that'll be where the magic happens.
Right.
You know, that turns into the song you do release. You know, the freestyle everybody does love. You know, whatever the case, but.
So do you think a lot of your music comes from a place of like spontaneity, like just jumping off and feeling like, okay, like you said, maybe I had a plan for this, then it goes left, so you have to make something new?
I definitely commend people who have like a creative process, because I couldn't tell you mine if I really tried.
Okay.
You know, it's very spontaneous is the word you use, right? So, like, yeah, man, like I might be driving to work and I just think of something, you know, or I might be in the middle of a conversation with somebody and I'm just like, I need you to stop talking. Just give me 30 seconds to get this down, you know, and I just record a voice memo or something. You know, a lot of it comes to me like while I'm processing life, you know, because that's what turns into my music. You know, I don't really come up with concepts, you know, they kind of find me. If I'm
like a reflection.
Honest. Yeah, for real. You
want to grab that and just start spinning that, smushing down them blueberries and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
I know you're saying be smooth with them before, but...
Well, this is the natural progression of things, right? Yeah, you got to ease on into it, and then once you get to know the berry...
Got covered up.
You feel me?
Okay, so speaking on your music, let's just touch on some of the stuff that I noticed that was going on in terms of... I wrote down words soulful, introspective, and I wrote the word love.
Oh, yeah.
So, can you break down those words for me? What about soulful? What does that mean to you in your music?
Oh, man. Soulful. I mean, like, what it comes down to is, I remember when Anderson .Paak said, I choose to follow what the greatest do. You know, when I look back, like, so much of where I draw a lot of my inspiration from is, like, a lot of soul artists, you know, like 80s, 70s, you know, even spanning to the 90s, of course. You know, like, big Marvin Gaye fan, you know, Otis Redding, like, a lot of stuff that kind of makes you feel, you know, like, that's one of the things I've always admired about singers, right? Sometimes, you know, the singers we like, they might not have wrote the thing, but like they had that voice that provided that frequency that made you feel the thing.
Right.
It's less about the words. You don't even have to be saying words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like how you could appreciate like a song in another language.
Yeah.
You know, I have no idea what they're saying, but I feel that shit.
Because emotion is so much of a better language than anything that we've actually written, right? Or like ever quote unquote created. Like emotion is that thing derived from us, and if we're able to translate that from each other, music is like, I feel like one of the first ways of doing that. Being able to transcribe your emotions into something that other people could feel without actually having to hear those words or translate those words. Like, okay, what about introspective?
Introspective? I mean, I just spent too much time in my life, like, overthinking things. You know what I mean? What was in my head?
Always in your head.
Always in my head. Yeah, man. Just always thinking about how I could do things better. That's mainly it. You know what I mean? I'm a big reflector. I mean, honestly, for what it's worth, like, I got this tattoo that says, "What did I do to save the world today?" You know, and I remember when I first got that, like, I used to look at this in the mirror every single day. Shout out my cousin. He, you know, designed that for me.
Fire.
But yeah, I'm heavy on, I swear, bro. My cousin, his name is Drew Gray. Also a dope artist from Bloomfield, Connecticut. Homie is killing it right now, based in Baltimore. I mean, his paintings are part of the Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys gallery.
Damn.
So not for nothing, that's somebody I used to test a lot of my ideas against. You know, we would bounce off a lot of the stuff that we were working on. He would show me stuff that he was working on before it was done. Yeah. And for what it's worth, he's always been one of my biggest inspirations. You know, we're the same age, but that was like my brother growing up. You know, because we were able to kind of just like run through a lot of those thoughts and process them together. You know, both very introspective people. Yeah.
I love that tattoo, and I've seen that in one of your videos, and I want to ask you about that, about Egyptian mythology to you, because that's the Eye of Osiris.
Yeah, talk to me.
So, what does that play in your mind? Was that something that you educated yourself on? Was that somebody that kind of like you learned in school at one point, maybe like a little glimpse of it, and you wanted to go dive deeper, or was it a different moment?
So it definitely was something that once I got to peep, once I kind of peep what was going on, I was like, I got to dive deeper. But if I'm being completely honest with you, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
Growing up, I was a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I mean, to this day, any given day, I might pull up on you with the dual disc and just summon the blue eyes because that's how I'm feeling. Yeah, I give it up like that, for real. Me and my dogs, it's crazy. I remember in high school, like, was a study period. We used to have, like, like, juniors, seniors, we used to have crowds of people around the table just watching us, like, throw down and battling each other. Yeah. Dueling, rather, would be the lingo. But people would get hype and be standing there screaming, cheering. I'm like, bro, half of these cats from Hartford and shit, and they just watching us play Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, it's the funniest thing ever. But, we was true to ourselves. And for what it's worth, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on a lot of Egyptian mythology. So I dedicated this arm, bro. This is all Egyptian references. The Ankh, Nefertiti, Anubis, the scales, the Eye of Horus, like you mentioned earlier. And yeah, bro, I got really into Egyptian mythology. I say when I went to college, I just used to stay up late at night watching like YouTube documentaries and stuff.
Going down the hole,
man. And it's cool because it just gives you like another reference point. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't necessarily say like I don't know what it looks like to believe in mythology. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's a good song.
Yeah, starting to smash up.
Right. I could probably at this point just.
There we go.
Take it. Yeah, there we go. Take it to it.
But you're saying you don't know what it's called to, or you don't want to know what it's like.
Yeah, like I don't know what that looks like. You know what I mean? But I'll say like it's definitely like a lot of times when I'm just like processing information. Like my philosophies might come from like Anubis. Everybody looks at Anubis like a grim reaper. Okay, he was really somebody that was helping your spirit cross over to the afterlife. You know, and he would weigh your heart against the feather of my eye, and the feather of my eye represented the principles, or just like good principles. Yeah. So it's like if you're heavy-hearted when you die, that's when they feed you to the alligator dog and you cease to exist. But if you're lighthearted, you move on to the afterlife and you get to party with the homies.
I have her on my back.
My for real? You gotta show me that at some point, bro.
Yeah, I have to finish her because she's almost the entirety of my upper back.
That's super tough. I would love to see that, bro.
I did very similarly dive into that that deep world of Egyptian mythology because I'm somebody who wants to see patterns in everything. Okay. And I think mythology does that same thing in a lot of religious ways. It's one of like the origins of a lot of things that start to stem off. And that's a whole different conversation, but I do believe that a lot of those things still ring true. I think morality still rings true. Love and hate rings true. A lot of the things that we in this human world feel with and deal with on an everyday basis, like we have to be able to move on from it. We have to be able to think about it in a different way than we do in this realm. So seeing that and seeing her, I'm also a Libra. I don't know how much you go into
October 22nd, bro.
Okay, October 2nd.
Yeah, we gang. Okay. We gang for real. Libra gang.
Yeah, but
misunderstood.
But I already had the balance on my arm. So
the scales.
Going on top of that to go to my back, but I feel like I've kind of screwed myself making this unbalanced because I think that maybe it's a mind thing where my life has been unbalanced all the time, or maybe it's just that's what life is supposed to be, and we're just trying to find that balance.
Well, I think the dope thing about that is it's not the tattoo is permanent, right? But like the thinking behind it may not have to be, right? Like,
you want to jump in?
Please, bro. Yes. Like, my forearms is tired and shit, dog. And I be playing too many video games or something. I don't know, but feel me? That sounds like an opportunity to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's something you can always look at and reflect on. Feel me? And kind of just apply it to different areas of life as you like progress. Yeah. Feel me? So I felt that.
I wanted to bring that up because I seen that in your video and I felt like that was a major point that we had a conversation way before when I first invited you out to the show, and I just kind of wanted to get to know you because I've seen you around and we talked a couple times, but I see what you try to do for yourself in terms of create a pathway, and that comes from a lot of, you have to believe in yourself, you have to feel like the decisions that you're making for yourself are the right ones. They don't always mean they're the right decisions, but they're the right decision for you.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing, because nobody else lives with your decision. You do. You know what I'm saying? And to see you try to blaze that trail for yourself, like, that's a big thing. It's a big thing. Let's get back to the music. Cool. If you were making one song right now with some people who are deceased or are here, 2 other artists to have either on a hook, on a verse, they could be a producer, they could make you some crazy beat, but 2 other people, dead or alive, don't matter.
Alright, 2 other people. One would have to be No Name. Okay. No Name is one of my favorite writers of all time. Point blank, period.
What's some of the work?
What was that?
What's some of the work that they've done?
No Name, so she's from Chicago. A lot of people might know her these days from a book club that's kind of spread across the country. Because she be really in and out of the public eye a lot, but I would like to think of her as a poet first. Shout out my big bro, also my mentor, Stephen Williams. He kind of put me on to the whole Chicago scene. You know, that's where he from, south side of Chicago. So like when Chance was bubbling, a lot of people didn't at the time really know about the No Names or the Sabas or the Mick Jenkins, you know, or the, you know, a lot of these people have like grown and like gathered their acclaim now. But I just remember like really early on, bro was just sharing a lot of her work with me, and I'm just like, dog, this is connecting on a different level because she just speaks so much about blackness and about freedom and about like ancestry, and she does it in a way that's just super fly, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I've always loved I love intellectual shit. You know what I mean? I love
like
stuff
elegance?
that yeah, for sure. You know, elegant be my aesthetic. I mean, I like hiring. I like hiring type restaurants and bars if I'm gonna step out, you know. But with her, there was definitely a certain poise, you know, in the way that she gave it up. And I like to think I mirrored a lot of my delivery behind hers, you know, as I matured as an artist too. So shout out to No Name, big fan of her. Somebody else, whoo.
So you say writing, or you would have her on a song with you as well?
Well, I'd have her on a song with me, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, nah, like I can't do what she do. She's her. Like, matter of fact, one of these tattoos, thank you, Jesus, whoever you are.
Fire.
That's the last line on her verse on Amphetamine, which is Smino's song featuring No Name and Raven Lene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you heard that too.
Yeah, because I was trying to think. I'm like, No Name. I definitely have not, unfortunately, searched her out myself, but I've seen her name on other stuff that I've listened to before. She
cooked J. Cole in the rap beef before Kendrick.
Whoa, really? Really? I'm gonna have to do my research.
Song 33.
I'm gonna have to do my research.
Google it.
Song 33.
Yes, sir. But if I was to say somebody else, oh man, I love Jasmine Sullivan, dog. I would love to work with Jasmine Sullivan.
Pick up your feelings.
Come on.
Hotels, Silent Plan.
Hotels is probably one of my most listened to albums ever. But even the older work, you know, we still bust the windows out of cars.
Yeah.
Let It Burn.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like the joint she had on the Issa Rae show with Bryce. Like
Insecure.
She's top tier, man.
I love her.
She's fearless. Yeah. She's herself. You know, she don't censor for anybody. You know, and I think that's what I love the most. So I strive to be like her. So that's somebody I know I would love to work with and talk to and get to know in some capacity one day.
DreGotTheBlues, Jasmine Sullivan, No Name song.
Hey,
that's
chat.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Throw it in the chat, y'all. Right. Let's make that one happen.
That's manifesting right here. It's weird.
Right.
Okay, I love that.
You're doing a way better job than ours.
I feel like you started it up, and then as the heat started going, I think in a minute we're gonna have to start adding that sugar. But I do want to ask you a couple more questions. We're gonna get into our Stuck on the Island segments.
Ooh.
Stuck on the Island, and you have one thing. So one food already made. Not a plate. One food.
One piece of food on the plate.
It could be like like a thing. Like it could be like a salad, or it could be like a side. It could be, but it could only be that one thing.
Arepas.
Ooh.
Shout out my Colombian homies.
Okay, so I feel like you found a loophole because they could be filled with anything.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no funny. No funny. Yeah, listen, so I'll go specific. You can do that. I like a cheese arepa. Very simple. Just I like chicken, but a cheese. If I could have those, feel me? That's all. And you know what? I get up and work it off every day. Okay. Some push-ups.
Yeah, you on the island.
I like fried foods, man.
You're on the island in the sun.
Yeah, you listen, half of my family from the south, half of my family from the islands. I like fried food, gang. Like, that's what it is.
That sounds good. Rapper right now?
Rapper, yeah, that's been mine. Like, these last, 6 months, that's been mine. Boy, I still go over to Parkville. Yeah, that little joint, that Colombian joint. Yeah.
What about a plant to grow? I know most people would probably say one thing, but if you do think about it, there's a lot of fruit trees, there's a lot of other things. There is. But if you want to go that,
I don't want to be that guy.
Man. No, do it.
I don't want to be that guy, right? Because am I on this island alone?
Yeah.
Like all alone?
Yeah. It's just you. Deserted island.
Alright, bro, because
just you.
I might say aloe vera.
Ooh.
Might say aloe vera because I got
the skin good.
Yeah, I'm holding on to the hope that one day. Just one day,
somebody called Papa.
God might just drop a beautiful Eve from the sky. You know, like he ain't gonna let me go out like that.
He said you got a desert island for no reason.
Keep my skin, keep my hair on point.
You restarting everything.
Yeah. It's a.
You can throw some coconut water.
I just like to feel good. You know, it's like what if I feel good? Then I'm gonna go chop all the coconuts off all the trees. Like my performance, I'm putting up 40 on that island. I swear to God. I swear.
You want to grab that sugar and then we're going to measure out. Let's do 6.5 because I did a little bit less blueberries. So, what about one album? One album that you can listen to for the rest of the time.
Ooh. And here, straight in there.
You can do this right now.
Cool.
You give me 2 cups in there and then fill up that third one. Because as soon as this gets back to a boil, we're going to start throwing them there next time.
Alright, so if I could do one album for the rest of my experience on that island. The Miseducation.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, it's a great album.
That's the one.
It's a great album.
That's the one. There's a lot to keep you grounded, a lot to keep you centered. You know, she talks about a lot on there. You know, I think a lot of people associate like R&B and soul singers with their love records. But to me, that was like we said earlier, it was very introspective, very soulful. You know, like even to this day, bro, I listen to Zion, you know, and it feels just like it's like mantra, you know, it feels like words to live by, you know, and then to fast forward and actually see her son Zion Marley, you know, going crazy, making his own music. It's just it was loaded with so much. That album, man. I love it. It's been one of my favorites since I was a kid. So
it's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. What about one sleeping item?
One sleeping item?
That could mean a sleeping bag, an air mattress, a pillow, a blanket.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's where I gotta be head ass.
Okay.
And that's where I'm gonna see some weed.
Okay. Hey, because it doesn't matter where you lay your head.
Bro, my mind be racing. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like, everybody likes to lean on like their newfound understandings of things, right? Like I don't want to jump out there and say I have ADHD. Yeah. Right? But this motherfucker, excuse me. Yo, my dome be going crazy. Pause. Can we run that back? Can we run that? Make sure you clip that out. Yeah, we ain't doing no more. Hey. No. I'm about to get some data with you. I gotta.
No, trust me, it's gonna be edited in.
I got man. Fuck.
That's gonna be at the top of the video. My dome go crazy.
That's gonna be the.
Wait, can you say that again, please?
No. It happened one time.
Facts. We got them too. Yo, send me that. I need some black men.
Okay. So some weed. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I like to cap my night off with a little piece. Just relax a little bit. You know what I mean? Before I take it in. And I can only imagine, bro, if it's just me on an island and I'm hearing mad bugs and birds and this and that, like that joint gonna have me like, yo, I need something to kind of just help me forget all that. Be like, hey, F it, we here. We in there. Where you are, there you are.
I done lost my mind 100 times. What do I earn if I find it?
Lost my mind 100 times. What do I earn if I find it? Yeah.
Woo! I love that song, man.
I really like it too. That's what I was, because that was a major video on your page.
Yes.
I love the video too.
I appreciate that. Shout out BP Morin.
Okay, yeah,
My brother.
Fire. What does that mean to you? What does that line mean to you?
I lost my mind 100 times. What do I earn if I find it? I think for me, it was just kind of this. For me, that was about the act of letting go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you're in the middle of something, you know, in that song, you know, of course, context. There's a romantic kind of It's a romantic song.
Yeah.
Let me put it like that. But so it's one of those things where I was kind of just telling myself like, you could think and think and think and think and think all you want. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of the times what we think don't even be what it is. You know, it's kind of this world we created and conceived for ourselves, you know, out of fear or out of trauma or out of hope and out of excitement even. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things where it was just like kind of being real with myself. It's like, dog, no matter how much thinking you do, like, it may not lead you to where you thought you were going with it. You know what I mean? So it was kind of just about, let go and just be present and just treat things for what they are. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what that line was for me in Silver Lining. So
Tripping over the same thing in your mind and making some new reality of it, or making some new scenario where realistically, like, if you just left that at face value and just accepted it as it was. I understand that.
Sometimes you'll think the essence out of something. You know what I mean? It's like I think about times where I was, like courting a girl or something when I was a little younger, and you do all of this, like, oh man, like she would really like it if I do this and if I do that and da 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 da. And it's just like you get there and she's just like, oh yeah, cool. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh man, I really thought she would appreciate this or appreciate that. It's just like, bro, she just wanted you to be yourself.
Right.
You feel me? It's just like a lot of it don't be as deep as we make it for ourselves.
Okay, as we're waiting for this to boil, I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions before we get to canning this stuff up.
Yeah, please do.
Zombie apocalypse.
Talk to me.
What is your weapon? It will be fun. Will be fun. Like if it's a gun, infinite ammo, or if it's like a bow and arrow, it's like not just 3 arrows. It's like.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
Yeah, that'd be crazy too.
That would be crazy, bro.
Thunder gun.
I might fuck up my whole
You ever play COD Zombies? Any of those games?
Of course.
Thunder gun.
Thunder gun was crazy. A ray gun.
Honestly,
very.
That would be stupid.
But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm old school. I be playing like Dead Island, like to this day, bro. I'm running through shit with a baseball bat.
Baseball bat, no nails?
Bro, I used to bat a .413 in high school. Feel me? Now, if shit start getting crazy, I will wrap some barbed wire around that bitch.
Okay, yeah.
Feel me? But I trust in me.
Okay.
I mean, that gun might jam, and now I'm angry at Colt. Like, they did something to me. Nah, bro. I put that on myself.
Yeah.
I'm knocking heads off.
Yeah, I always say samurai sword with a sword sharpener. Never get a dull blade, but just always chop the heads off.
Yo, you thinking ahead.
But like you said, if you got a baseball bat, you can just really knock heads off. But I like that. More serious question to end this off before we start canning our jam.
Janet.
What? Cannon. Sony. What? No, just joking. No endorsements to Sony. We're just coming off the Michael documentary. It's just feeling a little bit too close to home.
We love shooting in low light settings.
So serious question though. What brings you back to making music? Like, what still has you make music?
Oh man. I was talking to somebody the other day about how I want to live lighter. You know what I mean? And I think what music has always done for me since I was young was it kind of gave me somewhere to escape to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No matter how much I love a song and what emotion that song brings out of me, I feel like the one constant when I listen to music is always joy.
Okay.
Because I appreciate the moment of having a feeling like seen or reflected or like somebody gets it or whatever the case. So for me, like the reason I continue to make music is for that moment right there. What it's done for me if I could do that for somebody else, then I know I did something good. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be more to do, but I just want to pass on that feeling, bro.
Okay.
Like for real. I've been backed into corners where like all I had was music.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, once you put it out there, it's not yours. You know,
Right.
people develop their own experiences and memories attached to it. You know, so I just want to be for somebody else what all my favorites have been for me. You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that piece too, that once you put it out, it's not yours anymore, you know what I mean? 'Cause I read this, I forget who it was, but it was like a little excerpt from one of the philosophers like Socrates or Plato or something, but they were like, even back then when they would talk about writers and authors, it was like they would write that piece and then give it to the world and the world would interpret it.
Right.
So realistically, like even within that creation, it's coming from a different place for you. So it's like just a messenger or just a person in between that from wherever that's coming from through you into other people. It's like everybody's gonna resonate, everybody's gonna feel a different way about it. And I really like that. I really like that a lot of what we've talked about is emotion based, coming from a place of real feeling.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where art should come from, but that's just an opinion.
Listen, I mean, is art a reflection of life, or is life a reflection of art?
I like that.
You know?
Pin that as a comment down below.
Hey, they chatting.
Somebody go get it tatted.
W's in the chat.
All right, we're gonna let this boil off. We're gonna take some of the foam off, and then we'll see you back when we're canning. All right, we took the pop off the burner because it was done. It was bubbling. We took some foam off the top. Now we're about to get into the canning process. You've seen this before. It's a little bit messy, so came a little bit better prepared this
Bear
time.
with us.
Yeah, we got the paper towel down.
One of us is a professional.
We go sit. All right, don't clean that for me now.
I was talking about myself.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I was about to say. Okay, I was about to say. Do not say that about me, bruh.
Nah.
Don't say that.
Too much?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, shit.
No, it's good. We're gonna have it done like. Ay.
No, that's hot.
That's fine. That tastes good as fuck though.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, let's do it again.
I be jamming.
And that is it. It's still a little bit messy, but we got them canned up. The first 6 people to pick Dre Got the Blues' name on the Eventbrite link will be getting these jars of blueberry jam at the Jams with Evan James live performance experience. So, if you want to see him, if you want to see me, if you want to see the real Montez, tap into that link, get your tickets, and get you some jam.
Appreciate y'all jamming with me. We're gonna jam some more.
Let's do it.